hop in your TARDISes. You're listening to another episode of Doctor Huh?
Do I have to have a dog? Can't I have a guardian kitty cat, man?
Wait, I've been working on this joke for all week. What the Flux? That's what this season is called. We don't do seasons because like we're watching in random order. That's the premise. But like if this was a season, like if we were watching in order. Imagine that.
I mean, there's no reason that we can't have seasons. We just don't know which one we're going to be on until we get there.
Every time we roll a Flux episode, we are now officially sort of special. This is one of our special episodes. This is Doctor Huh. What the Flux?
Yeah, you're all seeing the unique episode art that we always do for our Flux episodes.
A hot rebranding, sort of a something to get our audience more engaged. Is we got a special title, and that title is one more time. What the Flux?
Yeah, if there's one. There's one thing about our audience is that they don't engage with us enough. Thank you, everyone on the Discord, for constantly telling me that my opinions are wrong.
No, you sound a little hostile right now.
Just kidding. People don't do that.
To our audience who love our episodes.
No, I'm completely making shit up. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. What the Flux?
Introduce yourself.
I am your genetically bonded puppy person, Jordan.
I'm Sam, and I thought this episode was cataclysmic and impossible.
We're back with more Flux. This is the beginning. We have full context
now. It all starts here.
The Earth. I love Jody episodes because it's the only impression that we could do confidently. Even though it's not very good.
We could do a mean Ryan, by which I mean it's mean to Ryan.
Mean Ryan is just Jody voice, but deeper. Earth. I'm putting these birds in me backpack. I'm taking them to Earth. There's 7 billion birds in 7 billion backpacks.
I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to do this.
No. We're going to talk about Series 13, Episode 1, What the Flux. It's Chris Chibnall's magnum opus, The Halloween Apocalypse, directed by Jamie Magnus Stone. We have full context now, Sam. We know where the story begins. We know it begins.
I guess we do.
We know it begins in a very silly way. Sam, did you like this episode of Doctor Who? Please tell me right now.
I want to say, I think that the weird thing here is we've now seen half of the episodes of Flux, and I still don't know what the hell is going on, so I have to assume that War of the Sontarans is the episode where everything is explained.
This, I don't know if this is a term, because you know us, we've been watching media for many years, and we don't know a damn thing about it. I like to refer to this as maximalist storytelling. It's everything is happening everywhere all at once. Basically like the plot of Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I will kill you if you finish that sentence.
I knew that would set you off. This episode is everything all the time.
That I can agree with.
That's what they could have called Flux. Can I tell you something, Sam, that I don't like to admit? I think I like
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, why? Okay, I don't know if you did that on purpose. Jordan just in the middle of that sentence disconnected from the Discord chat. Jordan.
Can you hear me now?
Did you do that on purpose?
No, Discord was just, it went down.
You literally were like, I have to tell you something. I like Flux. Disconnected offline.
I was just talking about how I like Flux, and I thought you were just fucking stonewalling me. I thought you were giving me the silent treatment, like we're not speaking anymore. You can't be on this show anymore.
You like Flux? Is that what you're?
I think Flux is insane.
Well,
I think Flux is the most cranked, bonked. What's our metric for
anyone who's not familiar? This is a recent rubric we have come up with for the classic era episodes for Patreon, which is the 3 criteria of cranked is the episode cranked, bonked is the episode bonked, fell asleep, did it put me to sleep.
It didn't put specifically me to sleep, because that's usually my
I can't imagine
burden.
falling asleep to a Flux episode.
I'm gonna start falling asleep to Flux every night, because it's so comforting to me and so wholesome. No, these episodes are fucking crazy. Chris is out of his goddamn mind. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know why he's doing it. I don't know why they were like, well, we have COVID happening.
I think that's the reason.
Yeah, well, it's like, we have COVID happening right now, and we're having issues with filming our TV show. So what if instead of, like, I don't know, making an episode where the Doctor goes to the 9 feet apart planet of Masculon 9?
Well, I'm just
We
glad
gotta-
that Chris survived the COVID that he had while he was writing this.
Is that what the Flux is? Is like a bunch of it's 8 billion people coughing on the other side of the universe. It's coming for us. You got to put your masks on.
No, I didn't like this episode.
That's a shame. I think you need to remove a couple of your brain cells, and I think you need to sit on the floor and let Chris Chibnall cough in your face, because that's what this is, and it's crazy, and it's just out of control, and it's it's basically Axe Cop. It's like 1 degree more controlled than Axe Cop. Which, if you don't know what Axe Cop is, it was a comic that was written by like a 5-year-old and then illustrated by his older comic book artist brother. That's kind of the vibe I get from this. It's like, I'm glad Chris is having fun with his little action figures. I can't wait to see what he comes up with next. And speaking of the Chris playing with his action figures, oh, yeah, Discord is really just like not behaving with me today.
Discord hates Flux more than I do. I feel like you compared another episode to Axe Cop recently.
I think I might have compared the last episode we watched to Axe Cop.
A Good Man Goes to War.
Why am I thinking about Axe Cop so much lately?
I don't know. I have to say, I think that we've had a real run of Axe Cop episodes recently.
Yeah.
Where it's just a series of events happening in 50 different places, and none of them really like mean anything or matter.
I mean,
don't care
okay,
about any of them.
to be fair, let's give Chris, let the man cook. Let him cook.
Let him, Chris.
He's got his chef hat on. He's got his apron on that says Chris the Cook.
Shut up.
And we need to see where this is going, because we've only seen half of it.
We've only seen
maybe that other half is gonna.
I'm sure it's all gonna be pulled together by the episode where they fight some Sontarans. This is Chris playing with his action figures, and I think that the reason, like, nothing can like explain that more than the fact that this episode starts with the Doctor and Yaz dangling over a pit of acid, handcuffed to a grav pole, while kill discs fly around, and a big, evil, scary man says, "I have put you in the ultimate trap. I'm heading to Earth. You'll never defeat me. Mwahaha." Yeah, I have to assume that this is completely just this
is in media res. There's no way that, like, in the previous special, like, Legend of Nikola Tesla,
of the Daleks, apparently.
Yeah, it ends with
I'm gonna go find Carvanista.
I've got to go find the puppy Ben. I've got to find him. He's part of the division.
Yeah, so he says, I'm gonna go to Earth now.
He's part of Tom Clancy's The Division.
I don't want to talk about anything that happens in this scene except for
you want to talk about
dangling from the grav bar over a pit of boiling acid.
Yeah.
And Yaz says, "How are we going to get out of this one, Doctor?" And the Doctor says, "Did you forget that we were the top 2 students on Trapezium 7?
That was a joke for us.
That was a joke. That was a joke for us by you.
Yeah, did I write this episode? Is this me? Am I going to find out? Is this like? Am I going to meet with a horrible fate?
Are
like
you
Graham?
cooking?
Am I gonna invoke some time travel shenanigans are gonna send me back in time and I turn into an adult man TV writer and I have to meet with the horrible fate of writing Flux?
There's some gags here.
I have to take one for the team.
You're the new Graham. There's some gags here. In some ways, this is like classic like Russell T Davies era Doctor Who, where they're like flying around dangling from a bar and the effects look horrible. There is one problem that I have, which is the piss green background is so unpleasant to look at for this whole scene.
And like everything is exploding and they're moving all over the place. They're all flying around.
The effects look bad, which I appreciated, but the background looked worse, which I didn't appreciate.
It was not what I love.
If this entire scene was just set in Cardiff, this would be a great scene.
Oh, but unfortunately, this is sort of a Liverpool-centric.
Well, do you think the acid pits are not on Liverpool?
Oh, and that's what you think. What? I'm pretty sure they're a coal mining town, aren't they?
I've always wanted to see the famous acid pits. Liver is actually an Old English word for acid.
They're called acid pudlians.
Anyway.
Oh, that's the worst joke I've ever made on this podcast, I think. So they land on, wacky action happens.
This
and
is some
wacky
Spy
effects
Kids
and,
shit for real.
Whoa, it really is. It's got that what's his, Robert Rodriguez
Yeah, I think
vibe to it. Vibe. I can't just out. I can't. I need to like rev it up by saying 7 billion. Vibe. There's a vibe in here. Okay.
But yeah, what happens is they're swinging around. They're dangling from handcuffs. The doctor says that
it's so zany.
This is whatever. I don't want to get too hung up on this, but she says that they were handcuffed with her own voice-activated handcuffs, which just seems like a bit of a misplay.
There's a joke about her saying, this is all jokes, that she's saying release, release, release. She says it in a Scottish accent.
Yeah, she says, I might have programmed these while I was Scottish, and she does a Scottish accent that we don't have to do, because this is not a David Tennant episode.
Or no, I think she was referencing Peter.
Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. David Tennant is actually Scottish.
He's not Scottish. Yeah, they wouldn't have let him do it.
That's right.
And then they fly. Whoa! They fly through the door of the TARDIS, and there's a trampoline and a mattress.
Yeah, and then they literally land in a big bed.
Yeah.
And then the punchline of the scene is that she says, oh, "What a relief!" And then the handcuffs unlock, which is pretty funny.
Liverpool, 1820. Hey, remember the tunnels? I thought these were on Mars. Maybe did we make that up?
I never thought they were on Mars. I think you made that up.
I was playing with my action figures. I was playing with my toys.
We saw this in Village of the Angels very briefly.
No, I thought we saw this in
Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time.
It doesn't matter which episode.
Dan shows up. Dan's in the tunnels, and Mr. Martian, like laser gentleman.
Yeah,
is
but
like,
I'm pretty sure that Dan was like, "Oh, I'm from such and such street," and the other guy was like, "That's where we are." On Mars.
Right, on Mars.
It's 1820 in Liverpool. The guy, Williamson, who is like running this mining operation, is like, it's not progressing fast enough. His assistant or something says, Mr. Stonehouse is on the way. And Mr. Stonehouse chews him out.
The masculine urge to dig a tunnel. You know, every guy just deep down secretly wants to dig a big tunnel.
Deep down, everyone wants to get deep down.
I love when he's like, I'm providing work and labor and wages for hundreds of people. Is that not enough? And the guy's like, well, I mean, I do appreciate that, but I don't know about the whole digging a tunnel thing.
Right, like, why are they digging? And
then he says, like, you don't understand catastrophe, unimaginable.
It's something cataclysmic, something impossible. And there's no follow-up on this, so this is another thing that's going to be explained. So are they going to survive the Sontarans, I guess?
They're going to survive the Flux. We're going to learn all about this guy, and he's actually Graham's dad, or Dan's dad. And then we're going to learn how to survive the Flux of the big tunnel.
That's nice. They're just digging a hole so that they can hide in it.
I just don't think you have enough imagination to appreciate this
We
episode,
skip ahead to 2021. We're still in Liverpool. Dan is giving a tour of the Museum of Liverpool.
We really get to learn who Dan is, and he's God's mightiest and specialist warrior.
You interrupted me while I was saying Liverpool, so I just wanted to make sure that everyone knows
from Liverpool,
I do know how to say Liverpool.
He's giving Liverpool. He's giving an unsanctioned tour of the Liverpool Museum,
which is pretty funny.
I love it. I love that he just like hijacked this tour, which he seems to be doing at the expense of like having a career. It seems to me.
So Diane, who we saw in some other episodes with Dan, she's like his not girlfriend, but you know they have a thing. And she works at the museum and is like, "Hey, Dan, can I have a word with you? Can you stop doing this?"
He's just having a bit of fun. He just loves his town. He's just a hometown hero.
He's like, life is about making people happy, and I'm happy doing these tours, and the people are happy getting the tours. But yeah, she says something like, "Why don't you use your degree or something like that?"
Dan, you've got a PhD in
She says something about him like
physics.
having some kind of training or something that he's not making use of.
Dan, you're a civil engineer. What are you doing? Please this is like that Tim and Eric sketch where you can hear the guy over the phone say, "You're gonna have to get a job," and he's just like, "I can't do that."
I don't know that one. But she's, she likes him. She's smiling, but she's like, "You're gonna get banned permanently if the boss finds out that you're still doing this." But also, they have plans for drinks tonight. It's Halloween night, 2021.
This is literally like, there is one through line of Flux so far that has been every episode is mentioned that Dan needs to get these Halloween drinks. And, I think,
I also, these are like middle-aged people, and I just was a little bit cringing at them being like, all right, it's a date.
It's not a date.
Not like a date
not like
though.
A date. Yeah,
Grow up.
I mean, I don't know. I've never been middle-aged. Maybe they talk like that.
Meanwhile, we're back on the TARDIS. Something's wrong. It won't take them to Earth, and then the Doctor is psychically connected to a crunchy alien named Swarm, who we know as Swarm from the Ravagers from Once Upon a Time, a planet called Time, bad evil guy.
If you watch this show out of order like we do, you would forget. The Doctor was doing psychic connection shit to like Nikola Tesla and to Percy Bysshe Shelley when she showed him how he was gonna die. Mm-hmm. So this is just like a thing that she's just psychically tuned.
No,
but yeah,
this is a different thing entirely. Because she's surprised that this is happening at all.
Swarm calls her on her funny phone in her brain to tell her that he's breaking out of prison and that he's doing some fucked up shit.
Hold on, I need to talk about the beginning of this call because it like pulls her mind.
I love that we're just saying call.
This phone call. It pulls her mind so that she can like see what's happening. He's on this like space prison asteroid thing, and he says to her, and I'm gonna do this as best I can. This is our new segment, the Ravages of Time, where I do an impression of Swarm, and he says, "Shh, just watch."
This is our Steppenwolf.
What was that noise? He made the weirdest noise.
So, we get a scene where Swarm is in super jail, but not that super jail. The warden of super jail, but not that warden of super jail, shows up with her. I haven't seen it either. I just know that he exists. The like super jail ladies show up. There's like a new, this is my first day on the job type employee.
And another guy who's literally 1 day away from retirement.
Literally 1 second away from retirement. And she's like, all right, this is the part. Don't go up to him. Don't talk to him. Don't look at him.
I think we learned that these Space Marines are part of Division, the suspicious organization.
Can we please call it by its full name? Can you not disrespect them like this?
Sorry, the Division from...
No.
Sorry, the Division.
No.
Sorry, the Division.
They're called Tom Clancy's The Division.
Sorry, some kind of division.
We're some kind of division?
Yeah, we learned at the end of Village of the Angels that the Doctor was a member of Division when she was the fugitive Doctor or whatever.
Nobody knows what that means.
We still don't know what that means. But she, at this point in her life, does not know who the Division are. Anyway,
but she knows that they exist because we find out later that the reason she was chasing after Puppy Boy was because she knew he was a member of the Division.
Yeah, which I'm assuming means that she already knows something about.
So they say rule number 1, don't go near the guy. Rule number 2, don't talk to the guy. All right, let's go near the guy and talk to him.
Okay, yes, the I'm about to retire, I hope this goes well person is like, yes, rule number 1, no matter what happens, do not speak to the prisoner, no matter what he says. How's it going, Swarm? And he's like, this is your last tour, is it not? Shut up, you motherfucker!
Breaking your own rules, lady. And then he breaks out of jail through means, and then I'm sorry. I think this guy sucks, but I also love his superpower, which is he just makes you disintegrate, and you look at him while he's doing it, and he goes, ha! And then your body just like turns to dust very slowly. Do you think
that this is suggesting that
he's like fluxing you?
He's fluxing you? I think he is.
I think he's fluxing you.
I don't know if we had any idea that he was connected to the flux, as in the red particles that destroy people, but he does seem to be fluxing people. We know that
he's fighting the war of time and space on the side of space? Time?
Who could possibly say? But
nobody knows.
Yeah, so he fluxes the two of them, and he becomes young and spiky again, and he goes,
This part is so funny, because I swear to God, every time we see Swarm in this episode, he has different face spikes.
He's been crunching a lot of people. He crunches both of them, and then he looks at the doctor, by which I mean the camera, and says, "Trick or treat, doctor." And
that was amazing. I'm so glad that Swarm knows about our wonderful tradition.
I like that this episode...
Which, by the way... This episode implies that Halloween is like a planetary phenomenon.
Okay, well, here's what I think happened. I think that they knew that the schedule of release for series 13 would have the first episode airing on the 31st of October, and Chris was like, "Oh, we should do like a Halloween thing." But here's something that I have learned. Is that Halloween in the UK is like not so much of a thing. It sounds like it's becoming more popular with younger people, but for older people, it's more about Guy Fawkes Day or whatever. So I think that Chris might just not really know or care much about Halloween, because this episode has almost nothing to do with Halloween.
There's some really shitty Halloween costumes too.
This episode is called The Halloween Apocalypse, but it could be more accurately called The Apocalypse That Happens to Start on Halloween, the day of it.
Earth, 7 billion humans, all celebrating Halloween. Trick-or-treating, innit?
Yeah, so him saying "trick or treat, doctor" is like one of maybe 3 mentions of Halloween in this episode.
Well, we see Graham, or I keep seeing Graham. We see Dan the Man hand out candy.
Yeah, that's number 2.
3 children, and then the third one is when
it's
every
right here.
human being.
The doctor snaps out of it and sees that black goop is leaking out of the TARDIS crystals that the 13th Doctor has. And she scans the goop and pretends that it's not a concern, even though, good lie. And then she looks at the console and says, "Okay, we're here, it's Earth, it's October 31st. And Yaz says, "Oh, that's Halloween." And now we've mentioned every mention of Halloween.
That's that new holiday they're trying to get going.
We go to Dan, who is...
He's working at the food bank, absolute legend.
Yeah, he's working at a food bank, but we will find out he's pretty much broke himself.
What a saint.
He has no food.
He's so self-sacrificing.
Yeah, the woman who's working here, Wilma, is like, "Come on, Dan, take some soup for yourself." And he's like, "No, I'm fine."
Can I be critical for a second? And I love Dan the Man.
We love Dan
this. I love that he kills. I love that he strikes. I love that he's poor. What? I think that when she says Dan take some soup, and he says, "Oh, there's people who need it more than me," and then he goes home, and then his entire cupboard is bare. I don't think that's I think that's just he's just stupid. I think he just forgot. I think he forgot how much food he doesn't have. Oh.
So the scene when he's sadly looking at his empty pantry and fridge, and he says, "Just take the soup, Dan." That's him being like, "For the love of God, dude, can you remember for once that you have no food at home?"
Yeah, he was like, "You think he's being so like I think this is for you, Dan." I thought it was like, "Oh, I have means." No, he has no food. He's out of food completely. He needs that soup.
But you're saying that it's not out of pride or out of
it's
delusion.
Just he forgot.
He's like, "I don't want to admit to myself that I'm destitute."
I think he just had a bag of
crisps. He just every day he leaves.
Somewhere.
And he's like, "I'm definitely going to buy groceries today." And then he gets home and he's like, "Fuck! Well, it's already late."
But he does have one bag of candy to hand out to the children.
Yeah, which he does, and now he has no food.
Now all of his food goes. He's gonna dodge. This isn't funny. He is starving, and that's very sad, and it's not a laughing matter. People live like this. But also, I imagine him forgetting to go grocery shopping and everything's closed because it's Halloween.
Yeah. Everything's closed because it's Halloween. You have to barricade the door in case any mischief makers come by.
That's the thing. It is kind of the purge. Because I thought this scene was supposed to be... is it Halloween yet, or are we not there? Yes. So he gives candy out to the little kids in their shitty Halloween costumes that look like trash, by the way. Get on it, UK. Your Halloween sucks. And then
it's called fancy dress.
I would assume... Shut up. I assume that they were supposed to cast like a 17-year-old here. Like that's what Chris would have imagined, that like the hoodlums on Halloween are like 45-year-old men with beer cans walking around and not like idiot teenagers who are trying to cause mischief. This
Well,
man is
Dan is
this,
like
old.
Dan is
the
like, oh,
world's-
how old are you? So I think he is supposed to be old.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that this doesn't exist. This isn't a person, unless this is a guy in the UK that I don't know. Who is this?
Yeah, this is
45-year-old
Ted.
This 45-year-old man with a beard and a big, 40-ounce can of beer walking around with eggs, a carton of eggs, by the way. This is a 45-year-old man going out to egg Dan the man's decrepit hovel.
You know what this should have been? Is that he
a
knocks on the
teenager?
door and Dan is like, what the hell are you doing, you loser? And then he's like, can I have some candy? And then Dan would be like, I'll give you some candy. Can I have those eggs?
I'll give you the candy if you give me the eggs. It's a beautiful story of sharing and learning and understanding.
But Dan says, fuck off. Also, please don't egg my house after you leave. And I have to say, I was surprised that the guy didn't egg his house.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be a joke when the doctor shows up. Dan the house? Why is it covered in eggs?
A Halloween tradition. Everyone throws eggs at their own doors.
This is like in the Doctor Who universe. X and Y are reversed in the alphabet. Gravity is called Mavity, and everyone on Earth celebrates Halloween
By egging their own house.
by egging their neighbors.
But yeah, the guy doesn't egg the house.
Nice man.
Then this is where Carvanista is the villain from earlier. He chops the door open with a laser axe, and he pulls off his scary guy
Laser
mask.
axe. Where have I seen this before?
And it's a puppy guy head, like
it's
we
the
saw
puppy
in
guy
Once
that
Upon
Dan thought
Time.
he was, or something. Or no, the Doctor was when she was in the
Division
Tom Clancy's
as the
The
fugitive
Division.
doctor,
She served alongside Mr. Puppy Man,
Carvanista.
but she forgot and she misremembered. She was like, her brain was filling in the gaps by imagining Dan the Man, as I often do when I can't remember something.
That was the plot of Once Upon Time. If that explanation didn't make
There
sense,
was no
yes,
plot.
that's
Excuse
right.
me, hold on. I have to intercede. There was no plot of Once Upon Time. You can't convince me. That was an episode of things happening out of sequence.
Hey, while
irrelevant,
I'm looking at the
connected to each
spreadsheet,
other. Yeah.
do you still think that Once Upon Time is a C minus?
I think Once Upon Time is a B minus episode.
Okay, let me just update that.
I went back and watched it when we went to Village of the Angels, and I thought it was I quite enjoyed it, actually.
No, that is not correct, because at the time you upgraded it from a D minus to a C minus.
Oh, then I'll upgrade it to a C plus.
Okay.
Every episode we come back, the Flux episode, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna bump that one up till it's my highest rated episode of all time.
It feels like you don't quite know what your opinion of that episode is.
I think that's a fun episode and I liked watching it. And also, now I know how it fits into the grand scheme of things 100% because I'm clever and I understand what's going on. I think the Flux is really good.
Okay, great. So
I can't wait till the next episode where we get to meet the Maori.
Carvanista
Maori?
is a puppy-headed man and says, submit or die, Dan, you fucker.
They made the time aliens names way too similar to an actual real group of person that exists on our Earth. They couldn't have been like all the time aliens.
Oh,
They're
are you
called-
still hung up on the Maori?
Yeah, I'm hung up on the Maori because it's like if they made
I was like,
space
who are the Carvanista? Okay.
No, because and then like if they were like this is our race of time aliens. They're called the Germans. No, that's too close to a real thing. You can't do that.
Italians.
The Italians.
Anyway,
It's unacceptable, Chris.
Dan thinks that this is a trick-or-treater who just smashed his door open with a laser axe.
A really cool trick-or-treater.
Carvanista tries to Jedi mind trick him into submitting, but Dan says no. There's some gags there that I don't care about. Dan refers to him as a guy dressed as a dog, and Carvanista really gets mad at that, so he blasts him with a laser cage from his axe and takes him prisoner.
I loved his laser cage from his axe. That was great. I quite liked that technology. The TARDIS is here on Dan Street. They're getting out, walking
not
around.
just on Dan Street.
In Dan Street.
The middle
in
of
the
the
middle
street.
of Dan Street. The sort of the Doctor's signature move is putting it where it shouldn't go. And they're looking around, and the Doctor's scanning and scrambling, and she says, "Oh, non-terrestrial weapons discharge. Something has happened here, and the door is unlocked." Whoa!
She's the taster. She tastes some laser residue.
She does taste some laser. She's licking.
And she recognizes it as Lupari tech. Lupari is the race that Carvanista is from. They look around. They confirm that this is the home of a guy named Dan Lewis who will be nice.
I know we shouldn't be giving, why we shouldn't be giving these details out for free, but I just want to let our listeners know that in the last episode of Classic Doctor Who that we watched for Patreon, they talked about the minions, the minions of Minions.
You're really giving them, you're doing some heavy lifting there. They're not called the minions. They're called the minions.
They're called the minions of Minions.
They never say minions. They always say minions. And that's basically... If you want to hear us make a lot of minion jokes, we did. Anyway.
You say I did, unfortunately.
So anyway, the doctor says, oh, Dan's got a nice laptop. I want to talk about this laptop.
It's a good laptop.
So she says we need to investigate where the Lupari ships have gone. Or ship, rather. Mm-hmm. And she says, oh, he's got a nice laptop. Let me grab that. She grabs his laptop and opens it up. There is a normal-ass, Windows XP background of some grassy hills. She points the sonic screwdriver at it, and it just... I guess she's, hacking into the satellite network above them or something, maybe?
Yeah.
Because it really seems like Dan's laptop just has, a built-in, spaceship monitoring program.
Doesn't she, hook it up to the TV or something? This future tech laptop in this decrepit apartment, it was giving Detroit Become Human to me. Did Dan purchase an Android slave for $9,000? Is that why he can't afford food?
Yes, that's correct.
Is Dan addicted to Android blood crack?
Yes. But okay, so she's like, all right, Carvanista ship is leaving orbit, but wait a minute, I'm detecting multiple ships, and she zooms out. There are 7 billion Lupari ships.
Oh my gosh. What is it with you, Chris?
Now,
what is his thing where it's just, there's a reason
we
for
do
the
get a
7
reason
billion.
that it is that number.
But
I do not think that the reason makes sense, but there is a reason that it's that many.
It's 7 billion Lupari, but then it's 10 billion Daleks, 20 billion Cybermen. It's literally, if I come up with the biggest number I can do, it's like it's like that joke on SpongeBob where it's people who want to sound smart just talk really loudly. It's if I make the biggest number I can think of, they'll get so impressed by how good my writing is. And I am impressed. Wow, that's a lot of Lupari ships, Chris.
But then the doctor starts thinking, and she says, why would Carvanista be separate from the rest of the fleet? And why would he take someone normal like Dan the Man hostage? And why would Dan have such a flashy computer? Because it's not his. Now, I will say, she should have realized it right away when she saw the Alienware logo.
Does that mean, first of all, that's very funny. It's literal Alienware. Second of all, did Carvanista bring his laptop?
Okay, now computer? That is what I want to know. First of all, why did Carvanista apparently just bring his laptop?
He's trying to check his email.
We didn't see... There wasn't a moment in the scene where he breaks down the door with his axe and then sets a laptop down on the table and then takes Dan hostage and leaves the laptop behind.
But was this not a trap? Because was he this is my trick laptop that'll prank you? Because that's what he does with it.
Also, the revelation, because I'm now rewinding, and I'm okay, so I guess the, alien ship tracker program is just on the laptop, which the doctor didn't find unusual, but also the space alien laptop just has, the Windows XP background. I guess that's possible. It's just weird.
They have green, grassy... I say that's his voice. He also is Northern. They're all Northern in this episode.
It's a Northern season. Because everyone else in the UK had COVID
British.
At the time.
Yeah, they didn't have it in the North.
So she drops the laptop as a scary red symbol appears on the screen.
I have to give Carvanista my respect for the silliest trap in the history of Doctor Who. It's a beam that makes the house you're in so small, like a little toy.
Yes.
Like a little toy that you play with in the bathtub or something. I don't understand
it's a dollhouse for a doll to have.
Why is his trap, it's horrific, I guess, if you were in there.
I'm gonna be honest, this is some Harry Potter shit.
This is, yeah, but, I don't like that you say that.
It's like a whimsical villainy.
Is this I mean, that is Carvanista to me. He's a puppy man.
So.
He's adorable
He's a
puppy
dog
man. He's adorable. And you didn't mention this. When Carvanista takes his scary helmet off and he reveals that he's a puppy man, Dan is like, "You got a puppy face," and he rubs his little puppy cheeks, and then he boops his little puppy nose, and it goes, "Eh." It makes a little squeaky noise.
That was Swarm.
No, it wasn't. He puts his finger in his little bone crevice that Swarm has with his face.
I wanna talk about something that I did think was funny here. First of all, we didn't mention the hilarious gag of the Doctor getting out of the TARDIS at the beginning of this part and asking Yaz if she wants to go see a particular football match that she's watched 9 times.
Yeah, and then she says she was a ball boy for when she was a boy. And
yeah,
that's like that's a joke that I like to do a lot.
I liked this because Dan's house.
Can I ask a question really quick? And I want to get a temperature.
My thought first?
Yeah, and then can I ask a question for our audience as well?
Dan's house shrinks down to the size of a tiny house, a house the size of a small house. And because the wall of the next house over is now full of holes, they can see someone, like, using the bathroom upstairs next door. And I don't know why, but I thought it was so funny when the Doctor just looks up at that person and just goes, "Sorry."
Yeah.
As if the person would be, like, watching them from the bathroom upstairs and be like, "Hey, why'd you make the house shrink?
Why'd you shrink that house?
Why'd you do that? Sorry."
My question was gonna be, because they always like to do this now. When I was a little boy. Huh? What? Oh, what? What?
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
You're talking about the Doctor saying when I was a ball boy?
When I was a ball boy. It feels still like it's that same transphobic joke, but they're just doing it, but then they're like, well, we can do it now because the Doctor's a girl. So we can do it. Am I crazy for that?
I
think like a joke that's like a classic, like, haha, got him kind of joke.
It's
but
weird
they're making the Doctor do it, and it's like
when
true now.
Cassandra did it in The End of the World, it did feel like, oh my god, this weird freaky skin lady, she's had so many operations, and apparently one of them was that she used to be a boy.
What? But the thing about
but the Doctor just regenerated randomly. But I do agree, though, because they love to do that with Time Lords, with, like, the General on Hellbent being like, how do you deal with all that ego when I was a man? I don't know. I really don't know what they think they're doing there.
The story is factual, but it's still the same joke. Like, the words of the joke are the same.
Yeah, this one, I guess, didn't bother me as much because it's like, yeah, I mean, that is...
I guess that's
true. The Doctor has been a man for almost the entire time.
But I just feel like we're in this new era of Doctor gender regenerations, and now I'm just like, uh-oh.
I think what would have been more progressive is that if the Doctor had said, I was a ball girl.
Yeah, or like a non-binary ball person. Like how the wiki uses gender-neutral pronouns for the Doctor for the rest of time immemorial.
Fair enough. So, we go to the Arctic Circle for something that I will say seems like an absolute non-sequitur that runs through this episode.
I think this is just explaining where Azure comes from, is Microsoft Azure comes from. Sorry, this is just word association. That's not a joke. That like... There's these two...
For anyone who doesn't remember, Azure is the female Ravager who is partnered with Swarm in Once Upon a Time on a planet called Time.
And don't they, like, show up to, like, take humans with them, but then they're actually putting them in the statue, the hostage statue that you karate chop?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So there's these couple living in what we're told is the Arctic Circle, but it looks more like, I don't know, somewhere like Canada, like a little cold.
Like
I mean, like, not that part... Yeah, it's not like... I mean, I guess Iceland's in the Arctic Circle, maybe, if you go far north enough. But there's, like, trees and greenhouse. I don't know. Then maybe... And, like, they're in there... Whatever. This doesn't matter.
This doesn't matter. We don't know shit. Let's move on.
The alien alarm starts going off, and the woman comes out, and she says, uh-oh, the alien's alarm's going off. I heard that only goes off when things are really bad, and then she smashes it with a hammer and says, let's go back to breakfast, and then they leave, and that's the end.
Yeah, I don't know. We come back to them later, and I still don't understand what they had to do with anything.
We'll learn about this in the Sontaran War.
We'll learn about it. That's where everything will make sense.
Can you please keep a fucking open mind? Can you please stop being such a hater? I don't appreciate it.
No. We go to Carvanista's ship, where Dan is trapped in an electrified cage, and he says, when I get out of here, I'm going to report you for kidnapping. What do you think of that? And Carvanista says, and I quote, well, that's what's happening, so fine, which I thought was funny.
Yeah, where are we now?
He shows Dan that he's in space, and Dan says, but that's space! And then Dan says, why are you kidnapping me? What's so special about me? And Carvanista says, nothing, you suck ass! But that's not true. He's Dan.
You, Dan. He's Dan the man. He's not Dan. He's not Dan.
Dan,
He's Dan
for
the
short.
Man. Dan, frowning. Sad lads. Dan the man. Hey!
Dan says, if I was so insignificant, why didn't you just kill me? And Carvanista's like, humph, and he storms out of the room. We go back to the doctor and Yaz. And Yaz says, why do you want to follow this dog guy anyway? And the doctor is very evasive about it. And then Claire from Village of the Angels, whose actress is Fordola in Final Fantasy XIV, runs up and says...
well, of course she is, because everybody in that expansion is Northern. And there's another Northern lady.
Claire runs up and says, oh my god, Doctor Who! What are the chances?
From the TV show! I love that show!
Wow! What a great 13th Doctor costume! Happy Halloween!
She starts doing dialogue that means that she's been traveling through time, and she says, oh, I took the long way around. You haven't met me yet. It's like, hey, remember your favorite episode, Blink? It's kind of like that.
Okay,
I'm a time
this
traveler.
is so stupid, though, because Claire is like, oh, I guess we haven't met yet, but we will. And the doctor's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean, what is she talking about, you fucking idiot? You're a time traveler.
Shouldn't the doctor, to be fair... It seems like the doctor has a lot going on today.
I guess so. I was going to say this can't be the first time this has happened, but I know for a fact that it's not, because this is every time you meet River Song.
Maybe this is... Have you considered the fact that maybe Claire is possibly River Song?
River died, but, like, died.
Did she die?
She died badly.
When? Did we see her die, or did we just hear about her dying? Because she was a ghost.
There was something about, like, she died in a library...
But then it feels like she's just always going to keep coming back.
I think that maybe. Anyway, let's move on. So, the doctor gets a signal that the Lupari fleet is getting closer, and they say goodbye to Claire, and they get into the TARDIS. But the door on the inside of the TARDIS is in the wrong place. They come out on the wrong place. What the heck? The TARDIS is all messed up. They're going to have to fix it by putting it on a self-repair cycle in my favorite episode, Eve of the Daleks.
And then they Yep. They go to Carvanista's ship.
Yeah, the TARDIS is malfunctioning again, so Yaz gives the doctor a big comedy mallet.
This comes back so many times in this episode.
Yeah.
The big rubber mallet that you hit the TARDIS with to make it go, and then Yaz is mad because the doctor isn't talking. Oh, and the doctor puts on her diagnosis helmet that tells her what her mental illness is.
Yeah.
And before she can get a diagnosis, Yaz starts yelling at her about she's not being honest and upfront, and they're adventuring
and Yaz gets
together
friend-zoned here.
Mm-hmm. By the TARDIS?
No, she says, why don't you tell me? And then the doctor says, come on, we're friends.
Friends. We're just friends.
So this is a thing that is worth mentioning because it's important for our chronology of understanding the show, which is that Yaz is upset. She's like, you didn't mention that you had... The doctor calls it a mental glitch, is how she refers to brain connecting with an evil alien. And Yaz is like, you didn't tell me that you had a mental glitch at the time. What's going on? And the doctor's like, oh, why you all over, like, get off my back, Mom? She says, am I not showing... This is so, like... And I don't mean this in a, like, that it's a bad thing that the doctor is being shitty, because that's a fine thing for the show to do. But the doctor is, like, doing the worst, like, evading the question, where Yaz is like, why won't you tell me what's going on? And the doctor's like, hey, am I not showing you the experiences of a lifetime since Ryan and Graham left alive?
She gestures very directly at the still alive for sure, definitely, I promise, Ryan and Graham, who were definitely okay.
Ever since Graham left to kick Hitler out of art school.
Graham left to kick Hitler out of art school because someone had to do it.
Which is made so much sadder by the fact that Graham's wife had that. I think that
Graham had to go and kill Archduke. Graham had to go.
I think I'm lost in this bit. She was wearing an I Hate Hitler shirt.
She was wearing an I Love the Archduke shirt, and god damn it, Graham had to take one for the team. And then Ryan had to leave because his inventory was full, because his backpack was all full of birds.
Stupid. So Yaz says, stop changing the subject, and then the Doctor changes the subject. She says, Carvanista's ship is covered in temporal residue. That's bad. We go back to Claire, who is walking home when she sees weeping angel.
Oh, weeping angel!
And she already knows what it is. She's making sure not to blink.
Blink!
And she manages to get inside of her house after fumbling with the keys for a while, but then she blinks and the angel sends her back in time.
Every time I see a weeping angel on this show anymore, I just think we're on, like, the Doctor Who Dark Ride, and then, like, not any of the doctors we know, like the generic doctor they've cooked up for the ride is like, whoa, weeping angel, close your eyes! And you have to close your eyes. Whoa! Like, that's what I feel. I don't know why. It's just like, weeping angel is nothing to me anymore. It's just like a scary ride monster that, whoa!
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, she gets teleported back in time, which I think is what leads directly into her
she's gonna get hooked up to a polygraph, and she has an angel in her brain. Yeah. Anyway, they were actually because the angels, if you remember, were recalling the Doctor to they're like agents of the division, I think.
Yes.
And they're trying to get the Doctor maybe through Claire. Anyway, so did you know? And then we get Vinder
from the Thing.
Vinder from Once Upon a Time, and he's describing the like unknowable beauty of the cosmos to the like report back home, and then he says, and also as always go to hell, because remember last we found out he's here because he like had the nerve to speak up to the Grand Serpent, who was like, we'll do racism. I
cannot believe
like
you remember the Grand Serpent.
Well, that's why he was sent here, because the Grand Serpent was like, we'll kill all the refugees to steal their money.
I guess you have watched that episode 3 times.
I watched it 4 times. And then he sees Flux happen, and he goes, uh-oh.
Oh no, that's Flux from Flux, he says.
And then we get back to our good friends from the Arctic Circle, our best friends that we love so much, and I'm so glad they're alive.
And they're sleeping in their bed at night, and Swarm is standing in their doorway, and
I have to ask, Swarm is wearing like a borderline like Tumblr sexy man style suit. Did you notice his little suit?
Was he? In my mind, he's wearing like the clothes that brands think non-binary people wear. Wasn't he just wearing like a gray sack?
No,
or maybe that was when he was in prison.
Maybe when he was in prison, he was wearing like a cool, like he was wearing like streetwear, like that guy who reviews all the fidget toys I like to watch. That guy, that's
great.
He was wearing like that black.
What is
like,
that channel called again?
It's called what is that channel called? The one that's just like, your penis is small, like this fidget toy. And what is that channel fucking called? I don't remember.
Okay.
Anyway.
Let me just go into our DMs and Control F. I hate this guy.
I haven't watched him in a while. My point being, he was wearing the cool cyber streetwear jacket and like face mask with little side vents and an air filter. But now he's wearing this cool like jacket, like suit type jacket, like he's the slender suit wearing scary alien fucked up Megamind man. And I do think maybe not in this world, but in like another world where maybe Flux was more popular, I bet people want to fuck what's this guy called? Swarm? I bet people want to fuck this guy. I bet there is at least one person in the world who wants to fuck this guy, and it's me. What?
Accessorize.
Like
excessive accessories.
This flashlight is smaller than you are, but it packs a serious punch.
This toy costs $1,000.
This is the best fidget toy.
Don't look this channel up. It sucks ass.
It's so bad, but I can't. Oh my god. Okay.
Anyway, so Swarm, like, walks into this couple's room in the Arctic Circle.
He fluxes the man.
But,
oh my god.
But first we have to mention, in case it comes up in the Sontaran War, that he has, like, a laser lantern that runs a blue beam across the couple, and then the man wakes up, he's like, what are you doing? And he touches the lamp to turn the light on, and then the lamp burns his hand and he starts disintegrating, and he tells the woman, don't touch anything, and she jumps out of bed, and then she looks at Swarm and she says, why am I having this thought? And he says, what thought? And she says, thank you.
Whoa.
And then he disintegrates her human form away, and she turns into Azure, the other Ravager.
Whole time. We'll learn about this in the Sontarans.
Sister.
Hello, sweet sister. We're going to understand more about this in the Sontaran War.
The Sontaran War will explain everything.
we'll get there.
Only Quora knows.
Are you not entertained?
The TARDIS lands on Carvanista's ship. The Doctor tells Yaz to go find Dan while she confronts Carvanista.
No. Yes, but also, she tells her to synchronize her watch and hands her a sturdy canvas backpack.
The backpack doesn't happen, but there is a joke about her saying...
Did you not see the backpack? Go back and look for the backpack. It's in there.
I refuse to believe you, but I will look it up.
They're synchronized, and they synchronize their cool digital watches that they have. They're like their sturdy, waterproof digital watches. They can withstand high underwater pressure, and their backpack and their metal water bottle with a filter, so you can drink any water anywhere just in case you need that survival gadget, and a compass and a little penknife just in case, and a grenade. We're in the backpack era, Sam. You gotta come prepared. This is an everyday carry type episode. This backpack is smaller than you are. Are you just done talking to me or Discord crash?
I'm looking it up.
Oh, don't look it up. Don't look it up. Don't look it up. Definitely don't look it up. Definitely don't look it up. Definitely don't look it up.
There's no backpack.
No, there's a backpack. Yaz is wearing a backpack. You can see it in there, and she's got a water bottle with her.
There's no backpack, I have confirmed.
She might need to hydrate on Carvanista's
There's no backpack.
Ship. She might need to stay hydrated.
There's
then,
no
so
backpack.
She has a backpack with a water bottle, because we are in the
There is a
backpack
joke
era.
about her saying, let's synchronize our watches. Wait, I don't have a watch. Okay.
She says, let's synchronize our waterproof watches.
Let's synchronize our watches. She pulls out a watch and then pushes a button and then accidentally turns herself into a human named John Smith. Whoops.
She says, let's synchronize our backpacks by both putting them on.
Okay. So anyway, Yaz is not happy about the Doctor still avoiding her questions, but the Doctor talks very fast and then runs out the door. Carvanista is reporting to his fleet. The Doctor interrupts and uses her screwdriver to turn off the ship and also his weapon. And she says the Lupari invasion of Earth is off. And he says, what are you talking about? We're not invading Earth.
This isn't a Lupari invasion. It's a Luparian inversion. And I'm sure that means something to somebody. I don't know what it means.
She gets distracted from her interrogation, though, when she notices that red symbol from earlier flashing on his console. We'll come back to that.
Then we go to Yaz rescuing...
I did think it was funny when Yaz goes up to Dan in the electric cage and says, psst, and he goes, what? And he gets startled and he jumps and then he gets electrocuted and then he dies.
Poor Dan. Can someone please help this man who isn't going to electrocute him? This is sort of this kind of reminds me of like episodes like Love and Monsters or when you see the companion who's been traveling with the Doctor for a while and now she's like knows more and she's like not like any ordinary human anymore.
Yeah, but a boring version of it.
She knows how to hack 9 different types of booby traps, and also she used to be a police
that's what I mean,
officer.
is that she like takes a quick look around and she's like, I can see 9 different booby traps on this cage. I've had a lot of experience with stuff like this. And he's like, oh, okay. And then she just kind of like pushes a button and then he climbs out of the cage. I would have liked to have at least seen her like doing 9 different things in the background or something.
They have some banter about Sheffield and Yorkshire and
yeah, because she introduces herself. She says Yasmin Khan, formerly of Hallamshire Police, and he says Hallamshire like Sheffield, and she says what's the problem with Sheffield, and he says too near Leeds. I'm assuming this is a football rivalry.
Oh, probably.
She says,
or maybe he just hates Leeds.
You come with me, but don't talk shit about Yorkshire.
You're on thin ice,
because
buddy.
that's where
my
Jody's
best friends
from IRL.
It's my best friend Graham's late wife was from there, and she's the bravest woman I ever knew. And she
my
loved
best
the
friend,
Archduke.
a space alien from Gallifrey, is imitating an accent from there.
Cosplaying. My best friend is a French woman, a alien from Gallifrey pretending to be a French actress, pretending to be someone from the north.
She loves Yorkshire. Anyway, Carvanista. The Doctor asks, what can you tell me about the Division? And Carvanista says nothing. And she says, bullshit, you're the only living Division agent I'm able to find. So you tell me what the thing is. And also, what's that flashing symbol already? And he says, it's species recall. And he explains, the Lupari have a species bond with humanity. They have a genetic code where every individual Lupari is genetically bonded to every individual human. Or sorry, each Lupari is bonded to a specific human.
Okay, I have some questions.
Uh-huh.
Does that mean they practice strict population control? When a human dies, does a Lupari die? Are all Luparis adults? Are there no Lupari children? Or do like Lupari babies have bonds with human babies and they're also flying their ships around?
I'm assuming that every time a human dies, the corresponding Lupari is killed.
But what about the Lupari who are babies? Or
every
Lupari,
time
like,
a human
immortal?
baby is born, the Lupari are like, shit, we gotta have sex.
But then, does that mean that there are babies piloting these ships?
Yes.
Or are the
Problem?
Lupari, like, immortal beings? Or they are, like, engineered and they come out fully formed? But it's like their man's best
It'll be
friend,
explained
so
in the War of the Sontarans.
we'll keep our eyes out.
And yes, Carvanista is Dan's Lupar. He is the one who is here to save Dan from the ultimate crisis, which is where the species recall activates. And this is where the Doctor goes, man's best friend, 7 billion ships. Hey, I have a little question. Why can't they share ships?
I was thinking the same thing.
Why do they all need to have an individual
we could probably... someone who's good at math... I say we, not us. I mean, maybe you. I don't know you that well. We could probably use math to figure out how big 7 billion ships are, roughly, because they're big enough to coat the entire Earth in a protective sphere. So you could probably do some math and figure out how big those ships are. Yeah, why aren't they doubling up? Why not one Lupari for each family? Or like...
You don't know if the family will be on good terms with each other. Right.
We're like watching this like
I don't
family...
want to share a ship with my sister.
I'm imagining like this kind of family comedy, family drama type movie where like the family is in it's like a movie about a family that maybe it's step siblings and their parents are recently married and they're not getting along, but they have to learn about the power of friendship and what family
in
bonds of family. The bonds of family are thicker than blood, and they learn this because a Lipari fucking comes in and grabs... Well, no, because he grabs each individual gets their own Lipari, so we can't learn about the power of family in this situation. So my movie pitch is ruined.
Yeah, I mean, I'm imagining the other side of it, which is if they had to share ships, like a Lupari driving a puppy dog man. I keep saying Lupari. A singular Lupari is a Lupar. A Lupar driving a spaceship with a family of 5 in the back, and just the kids being like, stop, leave me alone.
Are we there yet?
Not touching you.
Shut the fuck up.
You always do this, Mom.
Shh, honey, we're trying to survive the destruction.
I will turn this ship around and feed you to the Flux.
I will fly us all into the Flux if you don't shut up right now.
I think this is where he also explains that the plan is that every single human is taken away from Earth in one of the ships, and then they all connect to form like a Gundam of life. I just really
feel like there is an inefficiency here that we could have accounted for.
This is also nuts though, because he says specifically, this is important. He says specifically that their ships are built specifically to protect from the Flux.
So they knew this was a possibility, I guess. We don't know well, this is the thing, right? We know that like Swarm and Azure and Basher and Crasher and the rest of the Ravagers.
Bomber and Bofa, Feely and Keely.
Why is Tom Baker naming the dwarves from...
that's the guy who did the Hobbit audiobook.
Oh, you're doing... Okay, yeah, you're doing... What's his name? Robert Ingalls?
Yeah, I think so.
Fucking
Biter and Bofa, Beeper and Bopa, Feely and Keely and Wheely and Leely.
And Leela. Wheela and Leela. Okay, so you maybe lose my train of thought by doing this. What were you talking about? Oh, yeah. The Ravagers clearly...
Also, she has never heard of the Flux before, and he says that
Swarm was in jail. They arrested his ass, which I was going to say earlier. It's very funny that this guy is so dangerous that they have to, like, lock him up in this one galaxy super prison. Why didn't they just, like... I don't want to be an edgelord, but why didn't they just kill him? If death penalty and all that, yeah, I know. But
I still don't know what the fuck the Ravagers did or will do.
Crimes against fashion.
We've seen them in multiple episodes, and I still don't know what they've done in the episodes that I've seen.
I'm assuming, if I had to speculate, I know we'll learn all about this in the War of the Sontarans. I'm assuming that in events in the past, they caused the flux to happen before, and that's why the Doctor, the fugitive Doctor, was working with the Division to fight the Ravagers and Swarm, and that's why Swarm already knows who the Doctor is, because he's met her before, and the flux has already happened, and that's why the Lupar are bonded with the humans as a contingency plan for if it happens again. You need to read Chris on his level. I just don't think you're smart enough to understand Flux, I'm sorry.
I don't think I am either, and I'm fine with that. Vinder, meanwhile, is in his little space station outpost.
Do you think Vinder has a pregnant girlfriend or anything like that?
What's her name?
Just
Bel?
a weird thought. Mel?
I think it's Bel.
Bel with one, it was Bel with one L.
B-E-L, and I think that people thought that she was the master.
And then, no. Didn't she think their fetus was the master?
I think that the theory that I saw that I didn't look into too much because I didn't want to accidentally spoil anything real for myself is that Bel is the master and she's pregnant with the Doctor.
That's what it was.
Which I think doesn't make sense with continuity that we have heard about them being childhood friends, but that's okay. Anyway, Vinder escape pods out of this. This is the last time we see Vinder in this episode. The point is he doesn't die. Okay, moving on.
We'll never see him again.
Carvanista convinces the Doctor to unpower his ship so that he can get in touch with his battalion. This is so funny and so pointless because there was the question earlier, which is, why is Carvanista leaving Earth while the other Lupari are on their way to Earth? And she asks him that question here. And he says, well, I was on the way when I got hit by a time disturbance, so I got here a couple hours early.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'm glad that we sorted that.
Great. Thanks.
Thanks for explaining, I guess.
Glad that was part of the episode. Anyway, I'm sure that'll matter in more of the Sontarans. So, this is where he says that their fleet was specifically designed to not be destroyed by the Flux. We'll fucking see. I believe
that. Yeah, exactly.
In the War of the Sontarans. And yeah, he says that we will combine into a megazord of safety and survival. And then Dan walks in with Yaz, and he's like, humanity doesn't want your protection, you son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. He's like, my mother was a bitch. How dare you?
And
get it? Because he's a dog.
They run for their lives as Carvanista chases them, saying, give me back my human. Did we mention the part where he's like, just because I have to save him doesn't mean I have to like him?
He hates it.
That happened. They go back into the TARDIS. This time the door's on the floor. The TARDIS is all screwed up. I did like when the Doctor hands Dan his tiny house and says, here's your house. And Dan says, I can't live in this.
I think you can with a good attitude, Dan the man.
The Doctor is upset that the universe is being destroyed, which makes sense.
I would be a little bit pissed off as well, yeah.
We cut to 30 trillion light years away, where some Sontarans are talking about how war is going to happen. And
they love
the Flux
war.
is happening, and they like it. They're clapping and laughing and licking their lips.
I hate their nasty... Oh, and they're also saying we're so gross, and I love it. You're so yucky, and I love how yucky you are.
Yes. The TARDIS takes them to a seemingly random point in the middle of space, and the Doctor is like, ugh, come on, why did you bring us here? And Dan asks if the TARDIS is alive, and Yaz says, yeah, it's Clara.
Every time the Doctor talks to the TARDIS, I just grit my teeth knowing that you're going to make a joke about the TARDIS being Clara.
No joke. This is a great part because it feels like obligatory new companion moment where Dan's like,
where they have
this
to
is
just like
bigger
walk
on the inside.
Yeah.
And the Doctor's like,
everybody's
yes.
getting fucking sick of it.
And then
bigger
she's like, we're here in the middle of nothing. And she opens the door and he's like, wow, you call this nothing? And they're like, great, we've checked off the new companion checklist. Dan, please leave the scene.
Welcome to the team. Here's your backpack.
No backpack.
Yes, backpack.
A bell starts ringing, and the Doctor says it's a cloister bell.
Bell's not in this one. Do you think the Master is down there ringing that bell from the inside?
I still don't know what the cloister is, but that's okay. It's a cloister bell, which means the TARDIS is scared, and that's Clara.
And then we see the big flux cloud coming, and whoa, and then the Doctor is like, everything's shaking, spaceship back angle, oh my god, can we get away? She blasts it with vortex energy from the TARDIS, which that seems like a bad idea.
Yaz says, the Doctor's like, the universe is breaking, and Yaz says, can you stop it? And then Swarm psychically in the Doctor's brain says, no.
Merry Christmas, Doctor.
She's in a void with Swarm in her mind, and she says, who are you? And he says, wow, they were so efficient, you really don't remember me. We once danced through time and space when you were the fugitive Doctor, but he doesn't say that part. And now, because I remember all of our fights and you don't, I have the advantage as the final boss of Doctor Who.
So that sounds like Decker. The final advantage.
And then the Doctor snaps out of it, and she starts banging on the TARDIS crystals with a mallet until a laser of vortex energy explodes out of the TARDIS and accomplishes nothing.
Didn't work.
Also, Dan says the world can't end. I have to meet Diane for Halloween.
It's the one thing that matters in this world. And then we see Diane standing in front of the local haunted house.
Yeah.
We see Diane standing in front of Disney's Haunted Mansion, and Azure lives there, and she says, it's me, Azure, come into the Haunted Mansion, Disney's
Played by
Haunted
Eddie
Mansion.
Murphy.
Yeah, she comes, and then she goes, I don't want to go in the Haunted Mansion, but then she does, even though she doesn't want to.
I don't want to go on this. They rebranded it after the movie came out, and it sucks now.
And she goes on, I don't know about that, I don't
know if that actually happened. I might have made that.
I was like, oh, that's pretty cringy.
I'm just making shit up.
Oh my god, it's Frozen themed now. And then she walks in
the
there.
Frozen Mansion.
She's Elsa's
Rocket on the Haunted Mansion with the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, Aerosmith's Red Hot Haunted Mansion.
But yeah, Azure mind controls Diane to make her walk into the house. And now she's in a void with Azure, and Azure says, "We will have fun with you."
She's in a big cave. I don't understand. I guess that we'll maybe learn why Diane matters, but maybe not. But maybe it will.
Who knows?
Maybe
we'll find out more of the Sontarans next week on Doctor Huh.
And then the Doctor has a plan. She says, she goes to Carbonese and she says, I want you to tell all of your friends to form into a protective layer around the Earth.
This is so funny that they hadn't thought of this.
Yeah, and then he's just like, oh, okay, I don't know. And then they do it and it works. And they're like,
we will bring enough flux-proof ships to make a shield around the Earth. We won't do that unless someone tells us to. And then the Doctor's like, do that. And they're like, oh.
Chris is playing with all of his little toys. We know about this.
Yeah, so they make a big shield around the Earth. But the Doctor and the TARDIS are outside of the... Oh, this is actually where she smashes open the crystals. It doesn't matter. It doesn't accomplish anything, but the TARDIS does explode. And everyone is scared, except the Sontarans, who are happy, and Azure and Swarm are also happy and crunching and crystals. And the Doctor says, uh-oh.
Says, tune in next time for
C-.
the Sontarans. B.
You give it a B?
I like it.
Fair enough.
Sam, Chris the cook listen, COVID happened and he chose the nuclear option.
That is your valid opinion that I don't understand.
No, hold on. I'm gonna look back at this one day. I'm gonna say, why did I give this a B? War of the Sontarans was so much better. I'm gonna give this one a B minus. And I'm going to give it room to grow to an A+.
Yeah, I'm sure. I thought it was...
I had fun. And I liked seeing how all the batshit starts.
I thought it was boring. I didn't care about anything.
You thought it was boring?
I didn't care about anything that was happening. There were a few decent gags, but...
You didn't care about Dan the Man booping a little doggy's nose?
No.
And goes, You didn't care about Dan's little house? You didn't care about his tiny little house that he has to live in now? It's so small. You didn't care about the soup. You didn't care about Diana.
No.
You didn't care about the couple that died, and we saw the husband, and we had learned about their whole life story, and he said we have kids back home. You didn't care about Vinder. You didn't care about Bel, who wasn't in this episode. You didn't care about the two Sontarans who were saying you're old and gross and yucky. You didn't care about the last day of retirement.
No.
I can't believe it. I just don't know. B minus.
I miss when they would go. I'm talking about this as if this is like a trend and not just the random rolls of the dice.
This is the thing about Flux. This is the thing about the Flux is that they did it once and they will probably never do it again.
Yeah, but this is also a problem that I've had with the last few episodes that we've watched. I prefer it when they go to a place and experience a situation.
Yeah, what is this if not a situation?
No, this is them going to 100 places and experiencing a situation.
In 100 different ways.
I want them to go to a lab and there's a mad scientist who says, my concoctions shall bubble and boil this week on Doctor Who.
whatever happens between the War of the Sontarans and maybe there's one episode in between. Is there one episode or two between Once Upon Time?
It is just
Two?
War of the Sontarans, then we've got Once Upon Time, then Village of the Angels, and then Survivors of the Flux, and then The Vanquishers is the finale.
So whatever happens in War of the Sontarans will explain why there is a Dalek sector. It's going to explain why there's a Cyberman quadrant. It's going to explain who the Maori are.
It's going to explain why I like it.
It's going to explain why it's actually a good episode. It's going to explain how all of the people ended up in the hostage robots.
Can I say something
sincere?
sincere?
To kill 6 billion humans? Yeah.
I know
it was good.
that there are people who have seen all of Flux and genuinely really like it. And I think that's great.
That will be me one day.
And I hope it is. I think it's... I think that an episode that is polarizing, I respect it more than an episode that is just kind of boring and like fine. So I respect Chris, but I don't agree with him.
Chris, that's his new name, Chris the Cook.
I love Chris the Cook, and I think it's great that he did this, but I don't care for it yet.
And you will when we watch War of the Sontarans.
The best episode ever, War of the Sontarans. It's so good because it explains everything, including the things that happen in episodes that happen after it.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's it. Jordan, this is a segment called
There Comes a Time.
Je suis Jodie. The segment where we do the best impressions of Jodie Whittaker.
Yep. The French actress, Jodie Whittaker.
Please tell us in your most neutral voice, what is our key phrase this week?
Non-terrestrial weapon dispersal traces, and a door that's left open.
I can't remember. Is it my job to read it first because you picked it?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't practice this one. I didn't study or do any research. Sorry. Here we go. Non-terrestrial weapon dispersal traces, and a door that's left open.
Non-terrestrial weapon dispersal traces, and a door that's left open.
I think that I got the tone completely wrong, but that's okay because the accent was exactly correct.
We're literally disguising ourselves as people from wherever.
I am from Yorkshire.
I'm from Yorkshire, and you can't even prove that I'm not.
Jordan!
Well, that's it. Yeah, we got more segments. Okay, Companion Awards time. Do we have... Okay, there is no initiative to take... Let's just, across the board, I don't believe that Yaz or Dan have any agency in this world anymore. I think they are riding the roller coaster.
I like the use of the word anymore in Dan's first appearance.
Dan's agency. I just think there is no hope for them to have any agency in this storyline when they're just
we'll see, but
riding the roller coaster.
They certainly didn't this week.
Did anyone do any sick stunts? No. Did anyone do any cool murders that wasn't Swarm the villain? No. Did anybody eat shit in a comical way? Dan's house got turned real
Dan's
small.
Dan's house got shrunk like Spy Kids, and also he got electrocuted multiple times and was put in a cage like an animal.
Yeah, that's definitely a Medal of Mickey.
Dan has earned a Medal of Mickey, and
just the house alone, is enough to
Medal
get the medal.
Medal of Mickey for sure for Dan. I feel like we haven't given out a companion award in like 6 weeks.
Yeah, we usually are just like no.
This episode, no one did anything. Moving on.
Okay, and what else we got? We've got Fucker's Folly. No Fucker's Folly, I don't think.
No.
Why did Diane walk into that haunted house?
She was being mind controlled. That doesn't count.
She's being mind controlled.
Leela Cross. I think that's it. Just Dan getting a Medal of Mickey.
That was enough to sustain me. Yeah.
Jordan, which doctor?
Which doctor? Well, I mean, I want to see War of the Sontarans now is the problem. But I also am playing Shooty's Gatwa's Gambit is what it's called. Which is I want to watch one of them, and I want you to dislike it. And we can fight about it or something.
This is a first for me. I don't want to see any of them.
Do you want to stop doing the podcast? What do you want?
No, I want a very special episode. I want Love and Monsters 2, where the doctor's not in it.
You want Blink is what you want, because that's like your minimal doctor action.
Oh man. Do I want Blink this early? We got a lot to go.
This early?
I'm just saying we are not even like a third of the way through Doctor Who, I think.
I feel like the honeymoon era for you is ending. You're like getting a little fed up with these idiot guys.
We've got like there's like 150 episodes, I think, and we're in the 60s. Okay, we're
getting to the halfway point. But I mean, if the more time we take, the more they make of this.
That's so true. I can't believe I'm saying this. I want more Amy and Rory already.
Sure? You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
And if Matt Smith is there, whatever, I'll deal with
it.
Can
you it's not Amy and Rory though. It's Rory and Goo Amy.
There has to be at least one episode that Amy's in.
Amy's not in any of these episodes. If you want to watch Amy, you gotta go watch The Secret Life of the American Teenager.
Good. Okay, you're saying Gatwa, I'm saying Smith.
I'm saying
it's Smith.
It's
written by Chris Chibnall.
Oh, okay.
Series 5, Episode 8, The Hungry Earth.
Let's see what this one is. And who's in it? Is this Clara? No, it's not Clara. It's too early for Clara.
Where are we? Let's see. Series 5. Ooh, okay, this is the series. This is Amy and Rory times. This is 2 episodes after Vampires of Venice.
Okay. I like the episode called Amy's... Vestra's in here. Vestra, Madame Vestra.
No, that's not Vestra. Sorry, we're being racist.
We're being racist.
That's another Silurian.
They all look the same to me.
I just assumed. Mixed reviews. Not a lot actually seems to happen. That's what I've been saying is that I want more of. I want less things to happen on Doctor Who.
Yeah. Clunky scripting, question some technical aspects.
A slender but satisfying success. Matt Smith.
All right.
Oh wait, is Amy not in this one? No, it says she's in this.
It's Amy and Rory.
We'll see.
Well, I'm not very excited to watch this episode if I'm being honest.
That's too bad.
I wanted to watch Shooty. I'm gonna be disappointed. Here's my new commitment. Here's my new bit. It's every episode that doesn't have Shooty in it. I'm gonna be really low energy and not very fun, and I'm not gonna make any jokes or like talk about anything. I'm just gonna sit there. And be
Great.
Like,
I'm sure that'll be really funny and everyone will like it. Just kidding. They did. Whatever. It's called Jerkin' It.
And then Ricky just walked in and he's fucking yelled at Amy because he looked through
Then they repeated a conversation that they had already about someone being pregnant.
They talked about going to Hudson, and Amy said she wants to go to Hudson, but Ricky said she's not allowed, and then they talked about that again.
Yeah, I don't like doing this.
We should watch that show again. Just kidding.
Shut up. How dare you?
People keep talking about it in our Discord, and it like every day I grow further and further away from it, and I forget. They'll be like, "Do you remember the part where like Henry hit Alice in the head with a big rubber hammer?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." And I'm so glad that I don't.
I think it's so wonderful that we have newer people in the server who talk about the show, so we don't have to.
Right, where they're like taking on our role, because I mean it, and I really genuinely mean it. I kind of forgot about most of the things that happen on that show.
I didn't, but I'm so proud of you.
You watched it twice. Just like you watched New Year's Rockin' Eve.
Do join our Discord server. I was joking earlier when I said that people talk shit about me. That's not true. Everyone's nice.
Usually people are very nice, but then they'll give opinions that we don't agree with, and then we have to yell at them.
Which is acceptable, no matter how mad it makes me.
When people are like, well, people are going to be really mad at you for your Flux opinions.
We are on co-host at Dr. Huh. I'm on co-host at Positive Stress. You can listen to my other podcast, Sounds About Light, about Kingdom Hearts.
You can listen to Kamen Radio. It's a podcast about Yakuza, the Yakuza games from the hit show. From the hit TV show on Amazon Prime, released all at once, Yakuza. And you can find me on Tumblr. I changed my Tumblr URL. I'm at Sudomono on Tumblr.com. That's SUDOMONO. It's a joke about microbiology.
Oh.
Get it?
Nerd! We are on patreon.com/poddingbros. $1 a month gets you all of our bonus content, including
$1.
Our classic Doctor Who episodes. We've got a new one that we just recorded about a 4th Doctor serial called Underworld, which is Minions to me.
The Minions of Minios.
We also have all of our backlog from our other podcasts. We got Kyle XY fanfic if you care. I don't think anyone does care, but it was fun.
The thing about the Kyle XY fanfic is that our best Kyle XY fanfic was on our main feed, which was fucking what was it called? Series 4, The Untold Story by Old G. One of my favorite things we ever recorded, honestly.
Yeah, but there are Kyle XY fanfic readings in the feed, and they are fun.
Yeah, you'll love to see them, folks.
Yeah, and What is our next bonus episode is going to be the Space Museum.
Oh yeah,
It's
which
a
is
Hartnell
apparently
episode?
incredibly boring Hartnell episode, is what we're hearing.
I think someone in the Discord said they liked it.
Not inspiring a lot to confidence, no.
There are conflicting opinions. It's polar. Better to
people
be
that
loved by some and hated than others.
It brings me joy to no explanation that there are people in this world who find it worthwhile to spend their time listening to us drivel and droll and drabble and dribble and dribble on about this stupid TV show and our opinions on it. But there are people, and I respect every single one of them, thank you. There are people out there who are saying that The Edge of Destruction is a good episode of Doctor Who, and I think that is one of the
think it's great that someone thinks that.
I love that someone thinks that. It's one of the most incorrect media takes I've ever read in my life.
I didn't agree with it, but that doesn't mean that that's a wrong opinion.
I think your opinion is shameful. And
I think it's great.
I'm just kidding.
I think it's great that we've gotten to a point in
that
this podcast that I can go in the Discord server and say, next episode is going to be on a first Doctor serial called The Space Museum. And multiple people would be like, oh, I know that one.
That one's great.
Because when we started this, I don't think anyone ever really talked about the classic episodes.
No. Now people have watched every single one. I told you, there's people on Tumblr. There are fucking second Doctor heads on Tumblr.
I posted the screen cap on co-host of the fourth Doctor saying if it blows, it can be sucked. And someone re-co-hosted it with a different funny screen cap of the fourth Doctor hunched over something like he's sucking it.
I'm gonna post that on our Tumblr. I think we should. Okay, well that's it for this week. Sam, can you talk about our Patreon, please?
I am.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
$5 gets you a pretty special Discord role, marking you as a friend of the show. You get a shout out in the podcast, and you can send us a message that we'll read in one of our funny voices if you want. Nobody ever does, but you can. $10 gets you an incredibly special Discord role, marking you as an honorary member of House Sousa. You get all that.
Sousa?
What?
Sousa?
You get all that other shit. You can listen to the podcast live while we record it on Saturday afternoons right now. We're a moving target. Try to keep up. Also, we will clap for you. Thank you to our $5 and $10 subscribers. Caroline Siebert, Cassidy, Faustian Bargain Bin, Helga K, JCH Roy, Stephanie Boulding, Stephanie Karen, Violet Magician, and House Sousa, Destry, Hawk, H. Cabe, Sauceworks, and Vertigree.
Yay! Thank you all very, very, very much. Even if you have opinions on Doctor Who, which I do not agree with.
No, I think that the opinions are good. Also, I usually do this. Next time on Doctor Who, the Sontarans will go to war and explain everything. Okay.
I can't wait for the funny one. What's his name? Drax? Crax? Max? Grax? He's gonna explain everything.
Basically, flux is when particles...
Yep.
And I'm going to kill you.
I'm going to kill you and explain everything. Do we have anything else? We're on Noisepace. That's our network. Lots of great shows on Noisepace. You can check out and listen with your ear. You can put them directly into your ears.
Ow.
Or don't. Ow. Definitely check out Special Great Snacks about Jujutsu Kaisen. Check out Forward ReZero about ReZero.
The only podcast that always hurt your ears.
What's the worst Noisepace podcast?
Probably Doctor Huh.
I agree, for sure. Definitely.
May your life
flow.
Did it offend you that I started doing it without you telling me to?
Yeah, can you say the prayer, please?
Oh, okay. May your life flow like a river. May your days smell sweet as a rose. May your nights be calm and still as a pond. May you be as lucky as an ace in a game of blackjack. Harkness. May your house shrink.
Get real small.
May a dog put you in a cage. And may the Doctor light your path through time.
Thanks, y'all.
I don't know what that voice was. Well, Doctor, bye.
Doctor, bye.
I'm all fluxed out.